I am extremely happy you decided to join to this course. My name is Marcin Mikus and I'm going to make sure that the time you spend with this course will be full of practical knowledge with a lot of tips and effective ways of working with such an amazing adjustment layer as curves. First of all, a little bit about me. Your teacher. I have been teaching Photoshop for over 5 years, exploring this amazing software day by day, and its creative side, of course. I'm also a retoucher, and this is my main area of interest, to explore new ways of effective retouching and processing images. Thousands of people have been following me, and what's most important for me, thousands of happy students. Why curves? Why I decided to make a course focused on this one adjustment layer? What's the advantage of curves comparing to, for example, levels or other adjustments in Photoshop? Curves are most powerful adjustment layer in Photoshop that allows you to control color, highlights, shadows, or setting up the curves. And what's even more, if you use curves in the right way, it will allow you to process and retouch whole image from start to finish. So what am I going to show you in this course? We are going to start simple. So even if you are a beginner, you have nothing to be worried about. I'm going to tell you a few words about curves, some theory for a good start, and teach you how to read the information that you can get from the histogram. And from that point, we are going to process into basic workflow. On a few examples, you will know how to control highlights and shadows using curves, how to fix them, or how to set them up for your own needs. You will know all of the important things about the curve panel. We will start working with contrast and brightness of the image. I'm going to show you how you can easily set the right contrast of the image, and you will know how to have control on the exact dark and bright point of the image, how to fix flat images and push light into them, how to fix overexposed images, and just take down some of the contrast to get back the details you want. Also, you will know how to prevent colors from getting affected by the brightness. In the second section, I'm going to teach you all about color lights, speaking specifically about primary colors like red, green, and blue, and secondary cyan, magenta, and yellow. You will know how does the RGB color wheel works and what you achieve by working with specific color. So when you start working with color, you will have confidence of knowing what you are doing, even with such a thing as fixing specific tones of the image. From the practical things, you will learn everything you need to do basic editing. You will know color theory, you will know which color will be right to choose for your own images, how to connect colors, how to set the colors for highlights and shadows and midtones. Also, how to make your images outstanding by showing what's the best on them. At the end of the section, I will introduce you to masks and working with them to control your adjustments. After this section, we will be moving to more advanced things. We will develop working with masks on totally another level. You will learn how to mask shadows and highlights to have even better control on colors of your image. We will explore channels in Photoshop and how to use them as a mask so you can work with tones of your image and learn creative toning in Photoshop. After this and few other things, we will process to the final section, retouching with curves. Other reason why I choose to create a course on this subject was curves are the only one tool that allows you to retouch whole image. I will introduce you to the terms like dodging and burning, and you will know how to work with your image on a micro level to retouch small imperfections of the skin by controlling lights and darks. I will show you how you can fix hue and saturation shifts by using curves as well. Then I will show you how you can work with the image on the global level, working with contrast, highlights, and shadows. And what's the best way of doing this, whether it's outdoor image or studio image? We will end everything with few simple tips on color grading with curves. So now, let's start our amazing adventure with curves.